Hey everybody, I'm Jeff, the board gamer, and today we are going to be doing an overview of X-Men Marvel United, the board game. This is a 1 to 5 player game in which the players will take on the roles of the X-Men and work together to defeat one of the villains who each have their own objectives and mechanics. The base game comes with 6 X-Men heroes and 4 villains, 2 of which are considered to be anti-heroes and can be played either on the hero team or as a villain. In general, to win, the players will need to defeat the villain by reducing their health to 0. Players lose when either the villain accomplishes their specific goal, or once the heroes have run out of cards in their hands and decks. Do note that some villains will have their own specific win or lose conditions as well. The game begins with the villain activation, where they will move around the board dealing damage to the heroes, unleashing their henchmen to deal with, and populating civilian tokens to rescue or thugs to defeat. After that villain activation, the heroes are going to have a chance to respond. On their turn, a hero will draw a card, then play one of their cards to the timeline, which will determine the actions they can take on their turn. Once the card is placed in the timeline, the hero will look at the action icons on the card they played, as well as the last card that was played by a hero, and take the actions in any order. Those actions will consist of moving, dealing damage, or taking a heroic action, which will either allow them to rescue a civilian or work on clearing some threat. In the early game, heroes will use their actions to complete the public objectives as efficiently as possible. The heroes must complete 2 of these public objectives before they can deal any damage to the villain. Once the villain has no remaining health, the heroes win. Alright, well I hope you found that overview helpful. I did just want to touch base on a few more things about the game. So the first of all is the price. Retail MSRP is about $35 for the Marvel United board games, though at the time of this recording I know that you can find them cheaper on Amazon. I want to say it's going for about $28. So the second thing I wanted to touch base on was the playtime. Average playtime seems to be around 40 minutes up to 60 though. Could just depend on your play group and the villain that you're going against. And then the third thing I wanted to cover was the complexity or the weight of the game. So Board Game Geek has this rated as a 1.85 out of 5 on the complexity scale, as it were. So this is actually a really good game if you are looking to bring some folks into the board gaming hobby that may not have much experience with games. And then the other thing I'll touch base on is the age. So the box says 14 and up for the game. However, if you go on Board Game Geek, according to the community, it does register as 8 or over, which I could definitely see because it's really not too complex. And I know my nephew around 8 would have been able to play this game. So I haven't tried it, but definitely let me know in the comment section if you have played it at 8, how they did, or if you would recommend it at another age. And another thing I'll mention here is that I did cover the X-Men Marvel United, but there are tons of different versions of this game. So if you're into the Avengers, if you're looking for Web Warrior, Spider-Man, whoever, definitely take a look online because there are a lot of different expansions, and I'm sure you would be able to find the team that suits your needs. I hope this video is helpful to see if this is a game that you might be interested in picking up. I think it's a great game for anyone who loves Marvel or X-Men in general, or is just looking for a game to play with their family who may not do so well in the competitive style of games, but fare better in a cooperative environment. And I would love to hear your comments about the game. Have you played it? Is the age of 8 and over accurate? Should you stick to the 14 or over on the box? What are your favorite villains to go up against? And do you want another video about the 1 versus all mode or the solo mode? Again, I would love to hear it all. Comment and let's discuss. Anyway, that's it for me today. Thank you all so much for watching and happy gaming.